Hello, everyone. My name is Ben. I'm with the National Portrait Gallery, and I'm so excited to welcome you all to another edition of our program called Introducing, where each week we look at a new portrait and talk about how the person in that portrait helped shape history. Today, I want to introduce you to Maria Tallchief. Maria Tallchief was an incredibly talented ballet dancer, and she performed all over the world as the first ballerina from America to be an international star. People wanted to see her dance because of her precise footwork, her dazzling athleticism, but most of all because her skill and passion burst out from every performance she gave. Maria Tallchief transformed the world of ballet. Maria was Native American. She was born on the Osage Reservation in Oklahoma. Unlike a lot of Native American nations, the Osage owned the deeds to the land they lived on, and everything that came from the land was legally theirs too. When she was a child, her family moved to Los Angeles and gave her and her sister the chance to study ballet with a famous ballet dancer, Bronisława Nijińska. Maria had started practicing ballet when she was just 3 years old, but training with Nijińska gave her the opportunity to hone her craft. And while she was still in high school, she performed at the Hollywood Bowl. As a Native American ballerina, Maria faced discrimination from within the United States and outside of it. Most of the other dancers on stage with Maria were white. People in the dance world told her to change her name from Tallchief to Tallchieva because they thought that Russian dancers were more sophisticated. But Maria refused. Her name was important to her. She was outspoken throughout her life about the importance of her Osage heritage. This was something that was very important to Maria. Her identity wasn't a show to put on for other people or something to be hidden away. It was a powerful and important part of her. When she had just graduated high school at age 17, she moved to New York and performed with the Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo. She got her big break there, when another dancer couldn't make a performance and she had to learn the parts for a whole ballet the night before performing. And she did. Maria began to get more and more big parts, and more people started noticing her skill. By 1947, she became the first American ballerina to perform at the Paris Opera. Her legendary performances also included leading roles in Firebird, Swan Lake, and The Nutcracker. If you've ever heard of the Sugar Plum Fairy, that's because of Maria Tallchief. She played that role so well that it became an important part of American popular culture. Now, taking a look at the portrait, you can see how dynamically she was able to move. In this picture, she is doing what is called a Ponchay. This is a French word that means leaning. And in ballet, this means that her back leg is higher than her head. Imagine how hard this is. It takes years and years of practice to be able to hold yourself like this. But this is just a snapshot of one part of a dance. Maria isn't standing still like this. She is in the middle of spinning or twisting or lunging in the middle of a complicated set of movements. What Maria is doing here takes a lot of balance, a lot of strength, and a lot of precision. Everything that Maria Tallchief did meant she needed to know her body, memorize the movements she needed to make, and feel the music inside of her. Think about how you move your body every day, whether it's walking, jumping, playing a sport, or dancing like Maria. What do you notice about yourself when you do those things? Now, I want to ask you, what do you see when you look at this portrait? To me, when I look at her face, I see concentration. You can see that both of her arms and both of her legs are each reaching in a different direction. She's not tense, but in the middle of movement, and I see grace in the way that she's moving, even in this still image. Now, who are the people in this portrait? What are they doing? And what can we tell from their clothes, their poses, or surroundings? So clearly there's not only Maria in this picture, right? But there's a set of others. She's dancing with a partner, someone who is possibly spinning her or holding her upright. She's also being watched by a few others, which I'm guessing are probably dancers, based on the way that this person is standing. She's wearing ballet shoes, but looking at the room she's in, it doesn't look like the glamorous stages that Maria usually danced on. And looking at the clothes that she and the others are wearing, they don't look like the elaborate costumes that Maria wore on stage, which burst with color or flowed with fabric. It looks like they're in a practice room, and it looks like they're wearing practice clothes, simple, athletic outfits. Now, what does this portrait make you wonder? This makes me wonder what ballet she was rehearsing for. It also makes me wonder how many hours of practice she had done that day already. I wonder how long she had already been practicing for that ballet and how many rehearsals she had before her next performance. I also wonder who the person is she's dancing with. Will she be performing with that person in the middle of the ballet? Or is this somebody who is helping her train for the feats of athleticism that she will have to do on stage? When you see interviews with Maria, it becomes clear she had so much knowledge about how people moved their bodies and about all the little pieces that a ballet is made up of. Maria once said, "A ballerina takes steps given to her, but makes them her own." Each move that a ballet dancer knows is like a letter in the alphabet, and when they dance a ballet, it's like telling a whole story. Maria spent more than 25 years as a professional ballerina. After she retired, she spent the rest of her life in Chicago. She spent that time not only teaching others to dance ballet, but giving them places where they could dance. She founded the ballet school at the Lyric Opera. Just like her mentor did when she was younger, Maria passed on her knowledge of ballet and her supreme skill. She also founded the Chicago Ballet, making sure that there was a place for ballet to even happen in the city of Chicago. There are some videos online of Maria performing, so you can see for yourself the passion, the craft, and the precision that she brought to her dancing. Well, friends, we've reached the end of this week's Introducing. We hope to see you back next Wednesday for a new story and a new portrait. Take care.